None may enter the King's Hall unless they are a master of their craft.
But she is a master of her craft.
Bring her in. Let us hear her fangs. Who are you that claims to be a master?
I am Gwen David. I am a teller of tales, and a maker of clothes, a weaver of words, a singer of songs, a learner, a teacher, a maker, a speaker. If I am not a master of my craft, then your majesties, let the master say so.
These are fine words, but we would hear the testimony of masters also. Who can speak of your craft?
I can speak to her craft. I am Mistress Vincenzo, and I bear words from Mistress Clara van der Maes. Your Majesties, Highnesses, Excellencies, good gentles all. I've known Gwen for a long time. I can still remember the very first time we met. She was running an Ursulan Arts and Sciences costuming workshop, something I'd often done in my time with Ursula. I was impressed with her expectation that new collegians could go beyond the teaching and explore a more authentic but still simple construction. Since that time, I've seen her interest in authentic crafts deepen. A core quality of those who are recognised in our society for their craft is an ongoing curiosity for how people lived in a particular time and place. The willingness to translate this knowledge into specific skills, and then the dedication to apply these skills to improve their chosen crafts until they are of a high quality. Gwen strives to be rigorous in acquiring knowledge, to create things informed by good research, experimentation, and reflection on practical use. I've personally witnessed this. Gwen has entered every single costume competition that has been run. I learned a lot about 13th century women's clothing by seeing her overtuning design make repeated visits with commentary on changes. As a clothing Laurel, I admire the way Gwen sees beauty in everyday clothing, in the items the majority of people in her chosen culture and time period would have worn. How she will try something, reflect on whether it works, and then try to improve it, whilst also sharing this knowledge with anyone who is interested. But today we are here to celebrate Gwen's mastery of music. Many of us have experienced Gwen's performances. She's an outstanding musician, practicing this art all day and hours into the night at festival at bardic circles. The Courtin music recital, the Porzia tavern, and other events she attends. Her gift of music brings joy, delight, and sometimes mirth into our kingdom. Gwen doesn't just perform, she also composes ballads, rounds, madrigals, music for herself and music to share. The Book of Gwen, for those of you who've seen it, contains many examples of her compositions. She's an active contributor to the known world 12 Months of Bardic Challenge, composing a sonnet and accompanying madrigal, The Passing of the Crown, which a fellow Laurel described to me as an exquisitely realised original madrigal exploring a topic that is central to the SCA experience. Gwen, your love of crafts is inspiring. The music you create and share adds to the life of the kingdom. I love the way you strive to authentically present as a person from an ordinary time and place. Your enthusiasm is infectious. Your joy is evident, and your willingness to share your experience is a gift to us all. You are worthy of recognition, and you are my peer. And I might add, my peer too.
These are fine words, but a master of their craft should share their knowledge with others. Who can speak of your teaching?
Majesties, Highness, Excellencies, and gentle populace. I am Mistress Annabel de Swinburne, Companion of the Order of the Laurel, and I can speak to how Gwen has shared her knowledge of her mastery of the I remember when, as a new collegian, just over 12 years ago, who immediately engaged fiercely with the College of St. Ursula, Barony of Rowan, championing Mistress Bethan's Ursulan among the Very early on, I remember driving us to a friend's place to try out some period instruments. But Gwen, who you might not know, is an accomplished double bassist. Sight reading on an unfamiliar viol was no trouble. We had a lovely afternoon of playing checkers. And given Gwen's existing level of musical skills, it did take me some time to distinguish her improvements and accomplishments in the SCA from those she already had on joining. But in the Book of Gwen, she demonstrates her understanding of how, what, and why people sing in the SCA. And she curates a massive knowledge of period, folk, SCA, and original work into a unified collection. Gwen explicitly champions all aspects of music and performing arts. You will find her, as Mistress Clara already said, at all hours of the night or in bardic circles. At any hour of the day, she will perform and encourage period music, particularly at the Quarterly Music Recital, which she has now run for many festivals. Gwen is always teaching, Your Majesties. She maintains teaching materials on her own website. She teaches scheduled classes, and at the drop of a hat, she understands the critical role of teaching in the SCA, and she leads by example, not just by teaching, not just by coordinating the Festival Arts and Sciences massive timetable for 3 years, but also by creating a handbook for that, and serving at some time as the Kingdom Arts and Sciences Officer. Your Majesties, Gwen is a master of her craft, and she shares her knowledge with all. And I am proud to say that Gwen is my peer.
These are fine words. But to be acclaimed to be a master, you must also be a person of virtue and honour. Who can speak to your character?
I would, Your Majesties, with your permission. Your Highness, good gentles all. Gwen's mastery of character comes from humility, from a questioning faith, from being able to look, to take justifiable pride, to understand, to seek, to question. She does it with empathy, with kindness, with courtesy. She treats all as equal station. She walks with patience. She teaches with care. And she, in all things, shows consideration. And this is why she is a master, and very much my peer.
Thank you for all these words. We will take counsel on it. Let the members of the Order of the Laurel come before their Majesties.
Your Majesties. The Laurel, particularly in music, can be very esoteric. And we can think of all the people who take part in bardic circles and who sing in choirs and all of that sort of thing. I'm moved, and I know this is without knowing, females knowing, to tell a tale of last festival. This festival is gone. Sitting in the nest. Now, I don't know how many people here know who the nest. They're a bit blokey, tame. And within 2 minutes, she had them eating out of the palm of her hand. those blokes, lovely gentlemen, all of them, helping her with the words for her song. This is not the ability of someone who just can do it easily and remember a few things. This is someone who can take people who don't actually sing, who don't actually use music very much at all, and make them do it, and make them give her the words and sing it back to her. This is a master. And thank you, Your Majesty, for your indulgence.
You who are acclaimed masters of your craft, you have heard these words. You have heard men's claims. You have heard the testimony of other masters. Now the crown asks your counsel. Is Gwen David fit to be counted amongst your number?
Indeed.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Gwen David, come forward and kneel before their majesties. Hear the crown's words. We invite you to join the Order of the Laurel and be acclaimed a master in our realm, if you will swear to comport yourself as befits a peer of our realm, to treat all with courtesy, to attempt in all your endeavours to be a noble example to our people, and to uphold the laws and traditions of our kingdom. Will you do this?
I will, and I will also swear my fealty to the crown kingdom of Lockhart.
Place your hands between our own.
Let all here gathered bear witness that I swear my fealty to the crown and kingdom of Lockhart, by mouth and by hand, in word and in deed, in accordance with law and with honour. I swear my faithful service in all matters that concern the kingdom. I swear to speak with courtesy, to act with honour, and to work for the benefit of the kingdom and all its people. This I so swear, until death take me, round apart from their throne, or the world end. So say I, Gwen David.
And we, for our part, swear fealty to you, to protect and defend you and your household, with all our power, until we depart from our throne, death take us, or the world end. So say we, Lockhart.
A master of the Order of the Laurel may wear a medallion with a laurel wreath to show their status, on a chain of fealty if they have sworn that oath. Is there a medallion and a chain?
Your Majesties, there is. This was the medallion of Master Courtin the Unruly, one of the great bards of Lockhart and my mentor. So, from him it has passed through the care of Master Melbourne of Fulham, Master Crispin Sexy, Mistress Mathilde Adycote, and then I took a chance and got to wear it myself. This medallion is hung on a chain made new for Gwen by Master Bjorn Saemundarson. Although she carries with her what she has learned from others, she has also forged herself a new path.
Your Majesties, there is another chain. This is the Ursulan chain. It has a short history, but it was passed from Mistress Clara of Maes to Strategos Ariston, and now to Gwen.
Strategos Ariston has words, and he asked me to say this poem. In matchless Ursula, this peer began, soft-spoken and sharp-eyed, with helium hand. Though we adored her kindness and her wit, she moved, to our great sadness, to polit. She drank deep of the wisdom of our lands, learned swiftly how to manage great demands. Wise Phoenix top, Achilles' deed and word, but to learn so much, so fast, was quite absurd. For now Gwen tells, with volume and skill, the shining tales of deeds, some good, some ill. While these many turning tales show grace and art, while she speaks, she always looks the part. She writes, she sings, more than a triple threat. A master's skill I have not mentioned yet, like quips in awkward moments in court, which forces us all to laugh and build rapport. A sage once said that a master of skill must labour to produce the art they will, but more they must not have knowledge, pure and clear. When does, she knows, she makes, she is my peer.
Wear these tokens and the sign of your estate and affinity.
I did check they fit over the hat.
A new member of the order may also be dogged to declare their station. Is there a cloak?
You wear a cloak already. Let me replace it with another. This cloak bears upon it the symbols of the many faces of our arts and sciences, wrought by many hands.
Wentworth David, we pronounce you a master of your craft and a mistress of the Order of the Laurel. Rise, greet your peers, and join our feast.
Be acknowledged. To the peerage of this kingdom, and to admit her to the right noble order of the Laurel, and that you grant unto her by length take these arms. As you are on a fess compassed argent, 3 oak leaves hurt, to bear and hold without let or hindrance throughout their realm. By our word in hand, this 17th day of May, Anna Societatis 60, Kitan, King, Alesia, Queen. For Mistress Rowan Perigrynne, newest member of the Order of the Laurel. Hip hip!